Hello, this is Mario Martinez, and I'm inviting you to sign up for my monthly group dynamics course. And the title is, to be very clear, it's going to be very different, but the title is Healing the Wounded Hero. But it's not about victimizing, it's not about uh, feeling sorry for yourself. It's seeing yourself as a hero who has been wounded when you give your heart away or when you're vulnerable to other people. Um, this month is, which is today, it's going to be May 3rd, is already booked, and we only take 12 to 14 people. So if you're interested, you can sign up for the next one, which is going to be in June, Monday, June 7th, from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time, which is Nashville time. So if you're interested, sign up for it. You can go to my website, biocognitive.com, and I'll have it also at the bottom here of the video. So feel free to join us. The idea is that we think that we're hurt by our enemies, but basically we're more hurt by the people that we choose to love. Because our enemies, we know that they're going to hurt us, and we're always ready. We're prepared. There's some defense, and even though it hurts, there's some defense. But when you're hurt by someone who loves you, someone that you've given your heart to, you're vulnerable. You don't know what's going to happen, and you get hit, and the hit is a lot harder. But rather than trying to justify what happened and trying to explain to the person that hurt you what happened, or getting uh, vicious with that person, it doesn't work, because it's very important that when you are hurt and you create the wound of the hero, that you use virtue instead of acting at a level that you think would be appropriate because of you being angry. You can be angry, you can have righteous anger, which means angry for the moment, but righteous anger doesn't mean being vicious or being disrespectful or trying to hurt the person back, because that does not work for you. The healing doesn't work that way. And the stress is not what hurts you. What hurts you is the unrequited love. And the way to deal with that is the virtues that I'll be teaching in this group. And it's not going to be something that's intellectual. It'll be an experiential group. And although I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, it's not going to be patient doctor pathology. It'll be more of a student teacher dealing with bringing out your excellence and bringing out the virtues that you have that allow you to evolve, thrive, but in a way that you're not going to get hurt emotionally or physically. So to avoid an illness, to avoid self-sabotage and all those things that happen when you're hurt, I think that you will find that this will be a very helpful um, way of dealing with things. It'll be using Gestalt therapy, some of Gestalt therapy group dynamics, as well as my uh, expertise and the theory that I developed, biocognitive science. So it'll be a combination of two. It'll be experiential, and you can participate or not participate. It's not going to be a mechanical uh, type of thing where you go through each person. It'll be specifically dealing with individuals as much as they want to work. And the value of the group is that even though you may not be participating, you're observing other people work. And the group becomes like a microcosm, a subcultural wellness, where you can feel comfortable because there'll be confidentiality that will not be recorded, so that everything will be that's said there, left there. And you'll be required to honorably agree that whatever is discussed in the group will be maintained confidentially so that people can feel comfortable sharing with themselves. You do it every month. You can join every month, and it's first come, first serve basis. So if you want to go for the June 7th, sign up, and you'll have a place. It's 12 to 14 people top. More than that loses the value of the group dynamics. So if you have any questions while I'm talking now, just go ahead and write them, and I'll try to answer them for you. So I know it's for people watching. So the idea is to look at what it is in your life that continues to be an emotional or physical wound in a sense of coming, especially from someone who loved you. Your enemies, that's fine. You can work with that too. But the most powerful is when you have been hurt by someone that you gave your love to, but You use agency, which means responsibility for your actions. And you don't blame anybody because you gave them permission to love you and you gave yourself permission to love. If the love was not requited, then it's not something that you had any control over. You were honorable on your side. And if the person chooses not to love you anymore for whatever reason, then you don't have to blame because you were a participant, you were a co-author in the process. And these are processes that are not explained very well or at all in most of the psychology of dealing with unrequited love. You can lose love by death, or you can lose love by unrequitedness. The love that you were giving is not reciprocated, and then you are into one of the three wounds that I will talk about, which is either abandonment, betrayal, or shame. And that's what the tribes do, and that's what relations do. In order to end, they do it that way. Very few relationships end in a way that has a virtuous process on both sides. They usually end with anger or with something that the person rationalizes to no longer be in the relationship. So be aware that the group is going to be going on once a month, an hour and a half, and there'll be plenty of work in between that month. You'll be given things that you can try out, and you're going to be given some exercises that you do that will be very helpful, and that will allow you to then apply the tools and move on with your life to your excellence without getting sick and without getting emotionally destroyed. So I invite you to join me. It's going to be again June 7th is the next one, from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Nashville time, and it's Healing the Wounded Hero. You're not a victim. You're a hero that has been wounded. So I hope you join me. And if you have any questions, just write me, and I'll be most happy to answer them for you. So sign up, and I will see you June. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.